Sleep paralysis is one of the root causes for many paranormal and creepy stories. In fact, sleep paralysis has been told many times through history and even been ingrained in mythology like the Mare from Norse mythology. Today I will tell you the story of the Mare, but I'll also tell you 5 very short stories of sleep paralysis that will keep you awake at night. But before we get started, my name is Luke, a former Royal Marines commando with a passion for storytelling, both the creepy and the paranormal. If you do enjoy these types of videos, do like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can see when the next video comes out. This is still relatively new on the channel. This is going to be the 5th story I've done so far on this channel, and I'm very, very excited. So please put some constructive criticism down in the comment section down below. Also, get hyped because I am going to be putting some gameplay, some video games coming up next week as well. So get excited for that. But for now, here is some creepy, creepy stories. The Mare from Norse mythology could definitely be a diagnosis for sleep paralysis when you hear this creepy and wacky story. The monster gave people bad dreams at night by sitting on them in their sleep. It was believed that the Mare were the souls of living people, which left their bodies at night. Supposedly, when the Mare touched a living thing, people, trees, or animals, it would cause their hair to become entangled. This was probably used to explain Polish plate phenomenon, which is a hair disease. It was also said to be why the branches of roots of some trees became entangled. Often the Mare were witches, whose souls took the form of animals. But normal people, in particular children, were also thought to become mares when their spirit wandered. The idea of the soul wandering at night was a common phenomenon and can be seen throughout Norse mythology and other mythologies around the world. Today we hear other strange encounters that are truly terrifying. Footsteps in the hallway. One night I woke up to what I thought was the sound of footsteps in my hallway. I was laying on my back, which immediately made me confused and a bit nervous because I never sleep on my back. I tried to turn my head to see where the sound was coming from, but I couldn't move at all. The panic set in and I heard the source of the footsteps come into my room. Now, although I couldn't see the figure, I knew it was a home invader. I could feel him standing on the opposite side of my bed, silently staring me down. He had some sort of weapon in his right hand, and I believe it was a knife. I swear my heart has never dropped and raced like that in my entire life. I kept trying and trying to move or scream, but I was frozen in place, and it felt like hours. I could hear it breathing. I heard footsteps coming up the stairs of the attic, which ends up right beside my bed. I couldn't see anyone coming up though. Suddenly I realized I saw something in the corner of my peripheral vision, and I could hear it breathing. When I slowly rolled my eyes to the side, I saw the small head of a white-faced troll grinning and staring at me. I panicked, and suddenly all the phones in the house started ringing. This ringing sound built louder and louder. It scared me, and I knew for sure that I had permanent tinnitus. After this short moment, which felt like a long time, I had enough strength to locate and lift my arm. This immediately stopped all of the hallucinations, and I woke up without tinnitus. Inaudible whispers. My mind woke up and my entire body, including my face, was under the covers and unable to move. I couldn't see a thing. I was worried for a brief moment when I discovered I couldn't move at all. Then things got scarier. I felt an enormous amount of pressure on my chest. I had the feeling as though this spirit, or whatever it is, had its face only inches away from my own. If this wasn't enough, I heard inaudible whispers in both ears and pounding on the wall adjacent to the bed. I began to cry because that's all I could do, physically do, and in my mind. I was screaming as loud as I could, but nothing came out. I began to struggle, but I finally burst awake, sat up immediately, still crying. The room was silent. Babadook-ish dark mass. To me, the paralysis always happens in cycles. I always sleep on my side or on my stomach. Recurring experiences for me is feeling something evil floating over my head, slowly coming down towards me. Even though I had never seen it directly, I somehow always feel/know it has this very wide grin on its face. It may not sound very scary, coming to think of it, but the fact that it's always the same damn Babadookish grinning dark mass makes me feel super creeped out. Face to face with a dead body. Back when I was hooked on Final Fantasy XI, I was playing way too much while neglecting my sleep. One evening, I went to bed stressed. I then spent a while tossing and turning in bed. Upon turning to my right, I was face to face with the dead body of an old man. He had some kind of scaled reptilian skin. After around 5 seconds, which felt much longer, he started to vanish. Then, I could feel some kind of omnipresence outside. It was super early in the morning, so it was turning light. However, the sky and natural light began to dim rapidly as the presence was making its way to my room. I could feel it growing and growing as the window went pitch black. The pure evil darkness began to seep into my room. So I jumped up and got the hell out of there. I splashed cold water over my face to stop all of this onslaught. So what do I think of sleep paralysis? I've actually had it once in my life. Someone was laying their arm on my chest, and I remember kind of being awake but not being able to move, and I was panicking. I didn't see anything weird. Although my brother says he has sleep paralysis quite often and sees some weird stuff. Now, I know this thing is naturally occurring, right? It's happened since the dawn of man. And that's why there are mythological stories like the Mare in Norse mythology, which I genuinely really enjoy. I think it's such a cool concept, and I love the concept of mythologies, especially Norse mythology and Celtic mythology. I have a deep passion for them too. So seeing these stories played out through mythology and then still seeing people's modern interpretation of what's going on during sleep paralysis is genuinely really interesting. And I'd love to know if you have had any sleep paralysis or any weird or wacky stories in the comment section down below. Do I think it's demons and stuff? I don't know. I'd have to see it for myself. You know me, I'm a see it to believe it type of guy. And I kind of want to see it every now and again so I can kind of give my own thoughts and opinions on it. Like I said, I've only had it happen to me once, and it was a long time ago, and I didn't see anything. Other than that, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the algorithm, and turn on the notification bell. Also, get hyped because this coming week we have some video games coming back onto the channel, and I'm very excited to do that with you guys. Other than that, members, you're beautiful, you're amazing, I love you. I couldn't make these videos if it wasn't for you members, so thank you for supporting the channel as much as you do. I genuinely appreciate it. Links down below to all my other stuff, the Sword and Scabbard, which is going to get some really good content on it very soon, and Original Adventures if you want to see anything about our lifestyle living on a schoolie. Other than that, I love you all, have a wonderful day, goodbye.